Hello, good evening, and welcome. We are actually doing another one of these live stream type things, which means it's going to be all without the mistakes. Or rather, we're going to try and edit out the boring bits if you're watching this on YouTube. Otherwise, you're going to have to watch all the boring bits on Twitch, but then you do get to ask me questions. So yes, Kerbal Space Program has released 1.4.3 or 1.3. Look, they've released the next version. And they include some new missions, which is actually what I'm interested in, because having prefix challenges are kind of good for live stream things. Play missions. We're going to play some missions, and we're going to go to the stock missions, and I'm going to totally go for Acapello 13, because I have no idea what could possibly go wrong, and I should have probably actually read the mission description, because it probably says something about, you know, how the number 13 can't really be unlucky, because that's just a superstition, right? That's not unlucky. Greetings, crew! I hate to use the term routine when talking about spaceflight, but this should be a pretty straightforward and routine mission. Your goal is to reach the moon, land, plant a flag, pick up a surface sample, and return safely to Kerbin. First, though, reach 100-kilometer circular orbit over Kerbin. Oh, and ignore the warnings about bad luck in the number 13. That's just superstitious nonsense. Like the rumors of the spiders on Lunar. Yes. Oh yeah, I guess I have Flight Engineer that I didn't uninstall. Flight Engineer is one of these mods that just doesn't not work by the looks of things. Okay, so what do we have? We have... It's a shortened version of the Saturn V. And interesting that the launch clamps are like up here and everything else is just like hanging down. Like, you know, nebulous fake testicles on the back of a truck. Yeah, sorry, what was I saying there? Let my rocket engines hang low and all that. Ziggy Kerman and the spiders from Duna, let's be clear. Go! There we go. Does anyone know what the theme tune to Apollo 13 sounds like? I like how this has a pretty authentic thrust-to-weight ratio for the Saturn V. A lot of people don't realize the Soviet N-1 rocket, for all its failures, did actually have a better thrust-to-mass ratio than the more successful Saturn V. And 100%! Let's see how close we can get to a circular orbit here. This is kind of nice, actually. We're going to get pretty close to a perfect... You've seen half Scott Kid handle a disturbing and... The cloaking system, that's... I hear what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, just gotta finish my circularization. That's actually not so bad. Good day from Western Australia, says Maribald. Is that Maribid or Okay, point that ship at the moon and prepare to land. It may be routine, but hopefully not too boring. Oh! Ha! There we go, okay. Well, so much for that. We detected a massive explosion. What's your status? Repeat, what is your status? We are without something. Okay, bad news. The explosion was actually one of your engines. We're assessing the situation, but it seems that you should be able to complete your mission. You can choose to return to Kerbin. If you do, no one will think less of you for scrubbing the mission. But if you're feeling particularly brave, you should have enough fuel to continue to the moon and attempt a landing. You'll need to dock the pod to the lander. We cannot guarantee your safety, so please be careful if you choose to face a danger like a true Kerbal. So the first thing I'm going to do, actually, what I should do is if I enable stability control in RCS, I wonder if I can activate this. There we go. That actually gave me a bit of extra thrust there. See that? So now I can ditch this thing. Might as well, you know, take every advantage I can get. Okay, this is a protective shell. Let's deploy this thing and see what we've got. We do have a rover in here. Not a rover, a spacecraft. Okay, so I'm going to try disconnecting this. Decouple. Ah, excellent. Ooh, that's nice. I'm sure that's not supposed to happen. So what I'm going to do is go forwards to get rid of this. And I'm going to turn anti-normal and fling that away. I like how the strut bits are just like floating around in space there, waiting to be space, like debris for somebody. Almost like those Soviet nuclear reactors that are floating around. Okay. I'm just going to turn off the engines and let these things settle into their Happy coupling. Okay, so that's fine, because we should actually now have enough fuel. So let's point at prograde. We're going to use reaction wheels, of course, to do this. We have a moon to go to. Suffice to say that we have Jebediah, Bill, and Valentina on board, and they are all having a fantastic time. Okay. Okay, we should have fired this thing sooner. That's fine. Must be drawing fuel from one of these tanks. Certainly not drawing it from this one. Hold on. Enable cutaway. Let's see which fuel tank it's using. Oh wait, in the middle there. There we go. Okay, so let's just do this and this. I will transfer the fuel out of here into that. See that? Yeah. You just have to find the tanks, which particular tanks it's referring to. Oh, there we go. So let's focus the view. And just get really close, and then we'll transfer as much fuel as we can to the spacecraft, to its service modules. I'm not going to use a free return trajectory because I am not one of those wimps that worries about getting home. Okay, so let's... So what we have now is Delirium Red. Let's actually... Maybe I can put this on full screen. Look! Delirium Red with a pink elephant on it. Ale brewed and flavoured with natural flavours and with stevia. Wow, I hadn't... If I'd heard this had stevia in it, I would have totally not bought it. Yes, stevia totally has a weird aftertaste. But Steve does as well. No, I mean, some people like it. Some people think it's great. Some people, like, you know, say it helps them lose weight. And yeah, that is kind of reddish from my point of view. Yeah, it does definitely have that stevia aftertaste. I wish I'd seen that, because I would never have bought beer with stevia in it. Warp to there. Totally, it totally beats saccharin. Okay, retrograde. And... fire! Yep, despite the priority being higher, it is still not moving fuel through my rocket. Yeah, shall I take the lander down? I'm totally gonna take the lander down. Because we're here. Decouple. So who is gonna go in the lander? Well, obviously, it's gonna be Val, and it's gonna be Jeb. What's the worst that could happen? I have to rescue them. Okay. Do we have lights on this? No, we don't. Turn ourselves... Oh, this thing doesn't have reaction control wheels. I just want to check. We have monoprop. Yeah, we can use actually a ton of this monoprop as well. Let's actually try that, right? It's going to burn through that pretty quickly. But that will actually increase my total delta V. So I'm going to bring my RCS fuel down to about 50 units. Okay, I'm going to turn off RCS now because I'm going to try and avoid using RCS fuel. I'm going to land in this spot now, I guess. I'm just going to kill my lateral velocity and just drop straight down. Hey, there we go. Okay, next. Amazing! Great work, team. I can't believe you managed to pull off this mission off. Now, EVA, take a soil sample and celebrate pulling victory from the jaws of defeat. You know what? Here we go. We're going to both get out and take a picture next to this. Okay. Oh, yes! 10 out of 10 for your there. There we go. What a great snapshot, right? One for the memories. That's one small faceplant for Kerbal, one giant faceplant for Kerbal kind. This is Acapello, so, you know, I'm supposed to sing Acapello songs, but I'm really not big on the dooby-dooby-dooby-doo, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da, I'm a singing a Acapello, acapella. Okay. 90 degrees. There we go. Where is my target? There. I wonder what I'm doing in terms of rendezvous speeds. I'm actually sort of moving towards the target already. I wonder... What the hell was that? It's totally useless, and you need to... you gain some altitude. There's some crazy... You could get closer. You could... EVA and use the suits! Great. Okay, we're gonna need to EVA and use the suits. EVA... And RCS... Oh, wait. You've got the experiments, though. Crap. This is the way you need to go. Okay, you're gonna go that way. The good news is that we already got most of the speed we need, right? Time to apoapse is 6 minutes. So, like, Val has plenty of time to organize this. We're just gonna have to grab them at the right time. Cancelling out some of my vertical speed now. Okay, that's great. Now we're gonna get here. RCS. Prograde. Prograde. Oh wait, he says it's totally not scripted. Wait a second. Hold on. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, target. No, target. Orbit. Orbit. We want to script it to orbit, sorry. Oh, it's like they completely forgot the RCS might actually be working. So, time to apoapse is like 3 minutes, and I might have 50 meters per second on this. Let's go here. I just want to make sure I get a chance to do this. Why is a Kerbal in orbit? Because Jebediah heard the explosion and he was like, I know what's going on here, and he totally jumped out and decided to spacewalk home. But Valentina remained cool. And she was like, I know what's going on here. Now, if only I hadn't burned all my RCS fuel, I might have a better chance of actually getting to orbit. This is actually pretty funny. Yeah. Val's like totally cool. Like steely-eyed missile woman, as they say. Oh, well, I think the descent stage actually has a lot of the stuff in it, and there isn't actually any staging here. So yeah, we totally... we totally made it into orbit. The descent stage is permanently attached. Okay. We're gonna have to get him at some point. He should probably take priority, because she can stay in this a lot longer, whereas Jeb has very limited life support. Okay, let's do this. Target. Okay, what have we got in terms of fuel usage? Engine is actually enabled. Oh, Acapello has no onboard SAS modules because, of course, I got rid of all the crew. That is actually kind of funny. But I do have this. Oh, but I this is actually kind of funny. We're gonna get you. We're coming for you, Jeb. We're coming. 9.5 kilometers. Okay. Until that engine explodes. God, no. If that engine explodes, I am gonna be in a bad way. Okay, so we're gonna get in closer to him, right? So we're basically playing catch up. There we go. 100 meters per second. Gonna keep my velocity about one. Actually, this is a good speed. This is a good speed. There we go. 2.7 meters per second. Andy Stewart flashback. Yes. Andy Stewart was great. Oh, I've just come down from the Isle of Skye. I'm no very... What is it? I'm no very tall and I'm awfully shy. All the girls say as I go by, Donald, where's your trousers? Yes. If you're not Scottish or British, you probably have never heard that song, and that might actually be good. Wow, we're on the dark side. I hadn't even thought about that. This thing is rotating, so I need to find a place to hook on. Jeb's like, dude, did you forget where the handbrake was? Seriously? This is that scene where, like, Sandra Bullock is trying to fly the Soyuz and she doesn't know. No, I'm not gonna come home! Valentina's out there! Gene, you are a sick person. You are a sad... That is a terrible... what would you recommend to someone aspiring to learn coding but is low on money for college? I'm going to tell you, I didn't learn any of my coding skills that I've used in my daily job at college. What I did do was I had a computer and I used it to program instead of playing games on it all the time. Right? I'm going to say that you should, for any career... There's so many careers for which computer is everything you need and you just need to use free software to do things. Like, I learned assembly not because I wanted to program, because I wanted crazy ass programming skills. It's because that was the only thing available to me in 1983 to write decent performant code. And now, so many people don't learn it, but every now I'm like dealing with situations where I'm always like, this strange thing that I learned as a child 30 years ago is incredibly useful to me. Okay, well, I'm gonna leave you in moon orbit. Bye. Undock. Okay, now we're coming home, right? That's the next part of the mission. Fire up that engines, leave you behind. I'm gonna warp to here. Oh, looks like your parachute's activations failed and it burned both your main parachutes. You can try to use drogue chutes. Wait a second, what now? You were able to reach Kerbin's SOI with the little fuel you had. I had tons of fuel left. I could have gone to Minmus with that amount of fuel. Excuse me. I'm sure everything will be absolutely fine from now on, lad. Wherever you want. I don't want to add any more unnecessary complexity. The bad news keeps piling up. It looks like your parachute's activation system failed and burned both of your main parachutes. You can try to use your drogue chutes to slow down, but the impact will still be lethal. Looks like I'm gonna have to jump! I totally warped through the planet, which is really, really hilarious. So yeah, the mission expects me to bail out, but I am totally not going to bail out. How does it? It tells me I've got 1 minute and 32. So I get 90 seconds of fuel on this thing. I don't know what my thrust to mass ratio will be, but I'm hoping that with the Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try and wobble this out of here. Because I don't want to descend through the atmosphere too quickly. See this? Yes! So this is increasing my drag. Come on! Keep me alive here! Keep me alive! I mean, I guess the worst that happens is I lose my parachutes. Okay, yeah, we've made this. We've made it. Now we just gotta survive, get the drogues out in time. And the problem will be, again, you know, have I run out of electric charge here? Okay. Okay, we're doing fine. Drogue chutes are ready to come out. Let's actually put this on here. Come on, drogues. There we go! Come on, slow me down. Slow me down. We gotta make this happen. Here. Okay. There we go. Okay, there we go. We got this. We got this so far. So now, what's my thrust to weight ratio? 0.77. Yeah, the parachutes are reducing my TWR. I wish I could dump all that ablator. Okay, 40 meters per second. How fast can this hit the water, do you think? So I've got 1 minute worth of fuel. Oh, do I dare do... You know what? I wonder, should I EVA Bill? I want to see... I know you're supposed to bail and sit and let the... I think I want to see what happens. I'm gonna risk it. Victory! Totally did it! Totally did it! We totally survived. We totally broke the mission. Acapello 13. Victory.